Guys, this is part 2 of my video about the activities that my kindergartner is doing this week. And the reason I have a part 2 is because I dropped my camera when I was trying to do this next part and it stopped my video. And I don't know how to like start up on that same video once it's completely stopped. So this is part 2, and I didn't want to have to re-record all of part 1, so we're just going with it. So sorry, you have to watch part 2. All right. So if he reads the sentence correctly, then I will give him a piece. So I will give him, let's say, the blue car. Then if he reads the next sentence correctly, he will get a wheel. If he reads the next sentence correctly, he will get another wheel. If he reads the next sentence correctly, he'll get the red car. You get the idea. If he reads the next one correctly, he gets this wheel, and when he reads the last one correctly, he gets that wheel. If he doesn't read them correctly, he has to read them again till he does get it right, and then he'll get the piece, and he can make the cars. And like I said, I have a couple other options if he'd rather do the boat or if he'd rather make a house. Either way, it's just a little incentive for him to read correctly. And then the other activity in here is a roll and read. Let me show you that. Okay, so the other activity I have in this drawer is roll and read phonics, level A. This is on my website. You can download it. If you're interested, I'll leave a link below. All right, so what it is basically is you roll the dice and then you read the line, excuse me. So like for this one, it's just alphabet letters. So if he rolled a 3, he would read d, b, g. Or if he was working on sounds, or if he was a little one working on letter names, he would say F, D, B, G, H. But he doesn't need any of that. This is blends. He doesn't need any of that. These are short vowel words. He's kind of past that. So we're still working on long vowel words. So we will probably do one of these. So let's say we're going to do this one. He'll roll the dice. 2. So he will read the line. Dime, rope, rule, yellow star. And basically their goal is to see which star they get at the end, or whatever they get at the end. So like on this page, see which smile face they get to. So he'll roll again. 6. So he's going to read the line for 6. Tube, vote, save. And if they read them correctly, they can roll again. If they don't, then they have to keep reading it until they get it correct. So that is what that one is. And then I just have 2 more activity trays to show you real quick. All right, the next activity tray, I have here just a little box with, these are just kind of little gems you can get at the dollar store. And I just have a handful of them on here for him to use. And what I have in here are some cards. These are from my phonics cards pack that you can download. I will leave a link below where you can get them off my website. They come with all sorts of different phonics activity cards. But all I did is I pulled out the short vowels and I pulled out the rhyming. So what he will do with these ones is he will grab a card, he will look at the picture, he will find the word, and then he will use one of his gems to cover it up. His answers. So that one's 10. Then he will go to the next one. Fox, ox, or box. Box. And so on. I have a lot of them in here. Some of them they're all different vowels. Like that's short A, this one's short O. So cob, bob, or sob. Cob. He will cover it up with a gem. So that is what those cards are. Again, check out the link below where you can download them. And I laminated my set. And then these ones are rhyming words. So he's gonna look at the card. This is a lid. Does lid rhyme with kid or kit? Lid rhymes with kid, so he will cover up kid. Then he will do the next one. Jam. Does jam rhyme with can or ham? It rhymes with ham. Jam, ham. Okay. Fan. Does it rhyme with pan or cap? Fan, pan. So that is what he's going to use his little gems for. And then real quick, one other quick activity that's in here. I'll show you. Okay, here's the next activity. Now, if this seems like a whole lot of activities, it's because I'm showing you activities for the entire week. So this is a whole week's worth of activities. And he may not even get to all of these, and if he doesn't, then I'll just keep them in for the next week, and we'll just, you know, do them then. So this other activity is my read and match activity. It's all short vowels, and this is off of my website again, so you can download this. I'll leave a link below. But basically, he reads the word and then he finds the matching picture. I will probably do this activity not on a tray. I will probably do it on a pocket chart because it just works better that way. But you can do it on a tray like this as well. And so basically, he's going to do bus, and he will match it up. These are all the picture cards that you use to match it. And then they are also sentences. So he will read, the sun is big, and then he has to find the sun. There it is. And match it up with the sentence. So some of them are words and some of them are sentences. Pig, and he'd match it up. So that's how it works. Oops, that one's upside down, but you get the idea. Some are sentences and some are just the word in the picture match. All right, and then the last activity, here we go. Okay, and then this last activity is all about food. And so we're gonna start talking about food and how it grows and where we get it from and that kind of stuff, farming. And so what he's going to do, most of these foods he knows, but there are a few in here that he may not recognize. So we're going to do kind of like a recognition game. So what I have here is, and by the way, you can download all of these off my website. I'll leave a link below where you can get it. So I have grain, I have the different groups, vegetables, meat, fruits, sweets, and dairy. And I will probably put these up on a pocket chart, and then as we go through the cards, I will have him like pick up the card and read green beans. I will say green beans. What are green beans? They're a vegetable, and then he'll have to put it under the vegetable category that you just saw, and so on. So they're kind of mixed up in here. And then another way to play it is I have these learning boards here, and it has all the grains, all the fruits, not all of them, but all of the ones that come in the download. Vegetables, meats, sweets, and dairy. So what he's going to do is we would pick one. So let's say we're going to work on fruits. So you would put his fruit mat down. These are the cards.
So the pineapple.
Okay, let's put that over here. So he would put his fruit mat down, and he would do it like this. So he would pick a card, and he would see, okay, that's lemons, lemon. Are lemons a fruit? Yes, they are. They're on my fruit mat. So he's going to cover up lemons. And then he'll keep going. Ham, is ham a fruit? Nope, ham is a meat. And so he'll keep going until he finds another fruit, and we'll talk about what they are. So muffin a fruit? No, muffin is a grain. And he'll find another fruit. Here's one. What's that? Ah, an apricot. Is an apricot a fruit? Sure, it's right there. I'll cover it up. And so we'll just keep going until we've covered up all of the fruit or whatever one we're working on. So that's another way to do it. Now, another thing I have here are magnets. These are food magnets. So I'm going to have him pick a food magnet, and he's going to tell me what group it would go in. So what is this? He'll say orange, and I'll say, what's an orange? It's a fruit. Okay, and if he doesn't know what it is, I'll tell him what it is. So what's this? It's a carrot. And then he can put them on his cookie sheet, because they're magnets, they stick in different categories. So he can say, okay, I'm going to put my vegetables right there, my grains right here, or we can even use the these little titles that I have. So we'll do it one way or another, but yeah, so he's just going to grab the fruit. This is dairy because it's yogurt, and I may have to help him with a handful of these, but there's another dairy. And we will talk about what they are and what, food group they go in, and he can talk to me about whether or not we've eaten them before, or if he doesn't think he's ever had it before, or what it is. So these are kind of neat magnets. They've got just a handful of different foods in here. So that'll be kind of fun. So that is the last activity I have for him. I know it seemed like a lot, and sorry you had to watch this in part 1 and part 2, but that is what happens with me sometimes, because I am not super knowledgeable about how to use all this technology, but I'm trying. So, all right, we'll see you next time. And my next video will be my preschoolers' activities. All right, bye.